Hello and welcome to a new live stream here from the Car Shark studio in Essen, Germany. Great to see you here. I hope that you had so far a very good week. Usually we are streaming live every Monday at 8:30. Today is Wednesday. This week definitely is different because of the Black Friday sales that you know. And usually it would have been Philo assisting me here on the side. He didn't feel very well, so he says hi and sorry. You will see him next Monday, and with a new topic. I am very sure that you will like it. Today is the topic talking about being authentic when you perform magic and when you tell stories along with your tricks. Because if you just perform tricks, you are exchangeable. You are not. You are a magician, yes, but anybody can do it. It's not the magic that makes you interesting, it's you, yourself. And today we have a very great example about a great performance, about a great story that is coming along with the presentation. And before we start with all this, here comes the intro. So today we are talking about the storytelling magic, about great presentations, and how you can turn the presentation that you might see when buying a trick into your presentation that just fits you. This is not as easy as you might think. However, it's not that difficult as you also fear. Talking about a great presentation. In 2 days, we are proud to announce that we will releasing a new trick. It's Joshua J's Trojan deck that we produced with Vanishing Ink together. So part is from us, the whole presentation, all the ideas, etc., from Joshua, packaging, etc., from Vanishing Ink. And I'm really happy and proud about this release. It's called Trojan deck. I'm allowed now to say the name of the effect. And we will release it in 2 days, and so that you can get an idea what we are talking about. I'm happy to introduce you to the presentation of the trick, and I think it's way better if Joshua is doing it and not me. So here we go, Joshua J.
I've spent a huge part of my life thinking about card magic, and the best thing that I think I've ever created, without question, is the Trojan deck. I think the Trojan deck isn't just the most amazing thing you can do with 2 decks of cards. I think it's the most amazing thing your audience can imagine being done with 2 decks of cards. And there is a difference. They shuffle a deck, you shuffle a deck, and every card matches. It is, in many ways, the ultimate card trick. What if I told you it could be done without any moves? What if I told you it could be done without a deck switch? What if I told you it could be done with a legitimately shuffled pack by any spectator? Curious yet? You're about to watch exactly what you would see if you were sitting right there across from me. The Trojan deck can be done absolutely anywhere, and it looks just like this. She believed in fate. He didn't. At least not until that night at the restaurant when they both learned everything happens for a reason. Now, I'd like you to take this blue deck of cards, shuffle it up, and throughout the story, just kind of keep them moving by shuffling them, giving them a cut. I'll shuffle this red deck of cards. Now, our story takes place in 1977. There was this guy, and he decided to go to dinner by himself, favorite restaurant. So he goes to the favorite restaurant parking lot, and he finds that the parking lot is packed. He has to drive around 3 times before he finally finds somewhere to park. He eventually does. He goes inside and eats his dinner. Meanwhile, across town, there's a woman. She's decided to go out with friends. Now, she's called a taxi, but the taxi driver's running late. The reason he's running late is because he ordered a coffee. but the coffee's way too hot to drink. So he puts the coffee in the cup holder of his car, and he waits for it to cool down. Meanwhile, across town, she's sitting in her parlor, checking her watch, smoothing the wrinkles out of her white wool dress. Finally, a taxi comes, she gets in, and off they go. Now, you've been shuffling up those cards. I want you to spread through those cards, and when you get a feeling on a card, I want you to take that card out without looking at it and just set it down. Great. Now, you don't know what that card is, and you don't know what that card is. Good. We're not going to look at these cards now. We're going to look at the end. So take that card and put it away. Sit on it, stick it in a pocket somewhere. It will be safe. And keep shuffling. So the man is in the restaurant eating. Meanwhile, across town, the woman is speeding down the road in the back of the taxi. All of a sudden, the light changes from yellow to red. Taxi driver slams on the brakes. Coffee goes everywhere, all over her white wool dress. So she says, stop the car. Stop this. I have to get out. I have to fix this. She gets out. And she goes into the first place that she can, and that place is the restaurant. And as he's walking out, she's walking in, and they physically run into each other. And he takes one look at her and he says, you're covered in coffee. You look like you could see a card trick. You see this guy? He was a magician. He wasn't a professional magician, but he was a magician. So he did a card trick. And that card trick turned into a date. And that date turned into a second date. And that second date turned into a marriage. And they spent their life together. Now, I want all of you to watch this. That cut is the last time I will change the order of these cards. I would like you to do the same thing. Set the cards there, face down, and give them a cut, and let everybody see you do it. You feel good about that, or you want to cut them one more time?
We're good.
That's it? All right, let's start with mine, then we'll check yours. Can you see these cards are not in order? You can see as well. They're not separated by color or numerical. They're pretty well shuffled. Would you square them up and put them face down in front of you? And now let's check your order as well. Yeah, I'd say pretty well mixed. Now, when I hear this story, the first thing that I think about is what if just one thing happened differently, right? Because I mean, think of it this way. What if the parking lot wasn't crowded? What if the coffee didn't spill? What if the coffee wasn't too hot? What if the light didn't change at exactly that moment? Well, then these two people don't meet. They don't fall in love. They don't get married. They don't have a son. And when that son is 8 years old, his dad never shows him his first card trick. And if none of those things happen, I'm not here in this room before those cameras sharing this story with you. This is the true story. I swear to God, this is not a script. The true story of how my parents met. It was an amazing night, just like tonight. You shuffled those cards up. You watched me shuffle the cards up. And you all watched us each cut the deck, which meant we're all leading to the top card of this deck and the top card of this deck. Would you take that top card and turn it over? But the thing I keep coming back to is that for me to even be here telling this story, every single thing had to fall exactly into place. You ready for this? Pick up your deck and deal with me. Every single card in this deck perfectly matches every single card. And I do mean every single card. That's the queen, the 7, the 3, the 8, the ace, the queen, the 5, the 2, the 9, the 6, the 5, all the way down. Check it out. The king, the 9, the 2, the 3, every card in this deck. But I know what you're all thinking. You're all thinking, yeah, but that's probably just luck. No, but there's one thing luck wouldn't explain. At the very beginning, when we were shuffling our decks, you took out a card that you felt something on, and I took out a card that I felt something on. Take those cards out now. You see, this part, this isn't luck. This part is fate.
Isn't this a wonderful and strong piece of magic? Yes, it is. And I would say, as far as I remember, the first time we worked on this project, oh boy, when Joshua showed me the first version of it, it's so many years ago. And he used a different method back then, but he completely fooled me with it because he was doing it on his phone, getting filmed just for myself so that I would understand what he was thinking about. And so I was expecting that he would show me something without using a method, just by giving me the whole story, etc. And he already fooled me back then because he implemented this there as well. And only when he told me this later, I went back to the video and rewound and found a certain thing that I didn't totally went under the radar. I had no idea that he did it back then. And from there we developed the Trojan box. The Trojan deck itself is the whole routine. And I think it's a really cool method of doing this effect, and I've never seen anything similar to this. And yeah, in 2 days we are allowed to release this effect. It's called the Trojan deck, and I'm really happy that this finally sees the light of day. And I'm also proud that I can say that we will not only offer this in regular standard index Phoenix, but also in large index Phoenix. That's the preferred choice of many magicians already worldwide. It's really a great thing. Now here's the thing. If you think about it, this is really, really the story of Joshua and his parents, how they met. Well, I don't know if it's 90% true, 95%, or even 100%, what I don't think so, but a big part of it is true. And nobody less than Juan Tamares said, the spectators will know if something is true or not. So if you want to tell a story, make it your own or sell something that you really have witnessed, where you were part of the story, etc. And I'm 100% sure that when you get this effect, that the story will not fit you as well as Joshua, because it wasn't their parents meeting there. Well, you could, for instance, tell a story about a movie that you saw where all this happened. Okay, that works. And how about this perfect match? Maybe you find something that falls into place that fits you and your presentation. And I think that's really important that you do this. The same with the out of sight deck of Joshua J. Exactly, also where he performed it and fooled Penn and Teller with it. It was his presentation, but maybe it's not yours. And I think that was the big problem in the past years when magic dealers or creators added written instruction, and they were giving you all the lines you would have to say. Here comes a joke, and here the audience will applause, and all this. It's something that doesn't make sense at all. So I eliminated all these presentation forms already from our scripts. Then came the videos, and you were starting all over again, copying the magician that you are seeing. And I fell into the same plot here. When I started doing magic, I was a big fan of Jay Sankey, for instance, or Gregory Wilson, etc. And I started being a copy of Jay Sankey or Gregory Wilson, and I could not. And when we do magic, it's not about our magic, it's about us performing. What makes it interesting that they want to listen to you? Could you tell the whole story without even doing the magic and being as interesting as doing the magic trick? And this is something you should strive for. And here comes a question from Soon Littorp. Thanks for joining. Thank you. I see you the first time here. And thanks for the question. Is it double-decker based? So far, I would say that a lot of good tricks are based on let's say it this way. I can use the words of Joshua J. The double-deckers were the most important invention in card magic in the past 10 years. And well, it's already 10 years out. I think I released in 2010, the double deckers were released, and since then great magic tricks were released, like Out of Sight as well. It's about the Destiny deck, Get Sharky, and Blank Thoughts, etc. And yeah, even Toka and other effects. And the good thing is, with many of our effects, you can 100% completely rely on the presentation and don't have to do any difficult sleight of hand where your concentration is lacking because you are just now here on hiding the move, etc. And I have seen so many bad performances of our effects in the past that it's really something very close to my heart, that I improve magic effects to a level that it's as easy as possible for the performer, so that he can do the best magic performance that he can. And that lifts it up. A spectator will not know if you are breaking your fingers right now, or have 5 years of rehearsal time behind you, or you are a real wizard or whatsoever. They just don't know. And if it's a good story and a captivating story, they don't care. It's really about the magical moment and the magic feeling that they want to feel. And so why not using easy to handle, easy to perform magic? Shin Lim is using several of our effects, and other big magicians as well. So it's really about the presentation. And you saw with Shin Lim, he won America Got Talent. If you saw recently America Got Talent with Clegg Akos, where he performed also several times and used one of our props with the heat control of the candle. It was such a strong performance. If you compare that one with the performance of the magician who was at Penn and Teller recently doing the candle effect, you can see the difference between a magic trick and a real performance that was super strong, that freaked out Sofia Vergara when she was the spectator on stage with him, and it's worth watching. Yes, so what makes it special, so that the story fits you? Try to find something that fits into your story, that you really were part of. If you had a very interesting encounter, if you have seen a very strong movie in the cinema, if you witnessed an accident that people were survived, whatever, as long as it's an interesting story, and if you can do it, let's say that 80% of the story you're telling is true, and the other 20% are the part that is necessary to hide the magic and to hide all the things that you need to do to perform this great effect, then you are on a very good way. And why not playing around with this and coming up with a totally different presentation? So for instance, with Out of Sight, I'm not doing the Out of Sight like Joshua J. I'm not being blindfolded myself like what he did, but I would blindfold the spectator as he was the blind person in the story of Joshua. And it's a different approach, and it works better for me. I don't say that the routine of Joshua or his presentation was bad. It was different, and it matched him. It was his story, and all great. It was not just mine. And if you look at this one here, my glasses, then you might even know that I would never be able to do the effect that he did, as I need. Well, I don't want to give too many informations right now. You might get the idea. I would not be able to do the same thing that Joshua did when he performed Out of Sight. It worked great for me, and I helped several other magicians who wear glasses as well with that presentation. And if you want to know more about it, send me an email or write down a comment. I will help you what changes I added so that it will work for you. It's because it's such a great effect. And talking about great effects, the Trojan deck in 2 days on Black Friday will be released. Now, I know the price already. I'm not allowed to tell you the price so far. I can tell you, even if it's released on Black Friday, it will not be part of the Black Friday discounts, etc. worldwide. It will be the full price as well with us. We are offering these Black Week vouchers. Maybe you have seen this already on our website, that when you go to card-shark.de, you will see the Black Week vouchers. They are giving you a 20% discount on any product, usually even including the Trojan deck. However, the discount will start, well, the redemption of the vouchers will start on the 6th of December. So you would have to wait a week to get it for a reduced price, or you would just do it separately. So talking about the Black Week vouchers, we have two different ones. The small one is, well, both of them give you a 20% discount. What does it mean? It's a voucher that allows you to go to our online store, put anything in the shopping cart, etc. And when you then apply the code that we will provide you, then the 50 euros or $50 will be discounted from the shopping cart. However, now you would only have to pay 40 euros or dollars to get this voucher. So you're saving 20% on this voucher, what is pretty cool. And the best part is you can redeem it whenever you want within the next 12 months until next year's Black Friday in 2022. So it could be a great Christmas present for your loved ones, or for yourself, for your magician friend, etc. Or a birthday present as well, because when I started doing magic, my ex-wife, she gave me not a voucher, but she bought me a magic trick, and the magic dealer ripped her off, giving her a very strange, stupid trick for totally overpriced money. And it ended up directly in the drawer, what is really sad. Wouldn't it be better if you would allow someone to choose the trick he is interested in himself and giving him the voucher? And you would even say on it, I think so, yes. So the small voucher is 50 euro purchase, and you only have to pay 40 euros for it. Then we have a bigger one, and maybe you would like that one. Let me see, it's this one here. The big voucher is a 100 euro or $100 purchasing voucher, and you only have to pay 80 euros or dollars for it. With the euros and dollars, it's very easy. It's if you are living within Europe, the prices will be within in euros, including your tax value, the VAT in your country. If you are outside of Europe, including England, you would be charged in dollars, and this does not include any taxes, as you will face a little bit of customs, as you know, when you receive magic from there. Well, in America it's different because we are shipping directly from our US warehouse, so you don't have to wait very long for receiving your items, and there are no customs as we are shipping directly from California over to you. So that works as well. Now, the larger voucher also includes free shipping, so you would not have to face the $6.50 or €4.90 shipping cost. Not important what you would order. It's just this flat rate amount for the shipping. It will not be included in the it's included in the large voucher. So when you pay 80 euros or $80, you are able to purchase anything for 100 and would not even have to pay any shipping on top. And here's the best thing: you can order up to 5 of these vouchers, and you can even redeem them, not one by one. You could also add several to your shopping basket and go, for instance, for the effect Rex Ignis, for instance. That is the heat control of the flame. And if you don't want to purchase it now, or want to do this in the next year with new effects coming, then you certainly are welcome to wait until next Black Friday. So super easy, very fair, I hope, and go for it. Now, I wanted to talk about today about the possibilities and what is necessary to make a trick your own. First of all, when you perform, it's always about you, not about your magic trick. So if you perform, don't try to mimic the gesture, mimic the story of the performer, of the creator of the effect. Try to think what is needed to make it your own, because you have to be authentic, and you cannot be authentic if it's not about you. And if you are just a copy of someone else, then it's just a magic trick. So try to try to start being authentic. Be very respectful with your audience, because when you are showing respect, they are giving you respect back. And so even if you are, if there would be a trick that didn't work, etc., they would be very nice to you and would not just burn your hands and just, okay, you are a human being. That's also very important. And you try to entertain them in the best possible way. And if something doesn't work the way you liked, first of all, you are the only one who knows that something didn't work. You didn't tell them up front maybe what they should have seen, so you still can save anything if you like. A good example is the trick that cannot be explained, that always changes depending on what will happen. What is really a cool concept as well, so it doesn't really matter what happens, you always will have a solution to it. Don't be arrogant. If you are coming along as a magician that is, you try to establish a very high status, all they want is to pushing you down from that status. So when anything goes wrong, that's exactly where they want to go in and pull you down from the status above. So stay in their level. It's so much nicer being one of them, just a likable guy or girl, and doing something that makes them wonder what they just witnessed. It's such a strong feeling. I can only highly recommend to give them such a great feeling what Joshua J just did in this routine of the Trojan deck. And one more time, try to have a story that is about 80% the truth, and you can bring in 20% fake information, and it will still be believable. I had a very good story before being Card Shark. Well, I was already Card Shark, but I did not have my own business. I already was producing the old style playing cards, but I also was a web designer at that time. And I was working in a company, or for a company. They needed a new web shop. Yes, at that time I was still an HTML programmer. If you look at my website, you can't even believe it, but at that time it was true. Now they got a new shopping system. I helped them with implementing it, and they were doing car parts, especially the coolers in front of the car, and they were specialized on vintage cars. All this is true. So when I tell this story, so far so good. Then there was one time when I was working there every week. They had this nice old car from the 1920s in there, and they had to restore the cooler at this car. And when they took apart the whole car, they found a wallet, a gentleman's wallet, out of leather. I would then present it, and inside were a few cards, very old vintage looking cards. And from there, all this part is not true anymore, but I already had them, and I could tell the whole story, and they would believe me that these cards are really old and everything. Try to make it like that, so that most of it is you feel safe, you feel secure, because it's your story anyhow. And when you then add something to it, it doesn't feel awkward. They would know that you're feeling awkward, and they will not believe you anymore. Just stay with the truth as far as you can. It really helps. So far so good. Let me see if I can help you with some more questions here in the chat. The presentation of the Trojan deck is really awesome. I am not allowed to tell you the price of the Trojan deck, not yet. In 2 days, if you are already subscribed to our newsletter, in 2 days you will get another email from us telling you about the offer, and you will also then see the price. If you are not in our newsletter yet, please come back to our website card-shark.de on Friday, and you will find all the information about the Trojan deck. It's really a strong effect. I can't find the voucher on your site. Am I missing something obvious? Very likely. Jim, very easy. If you go to card-shark.de, you will find the Black Week sale. It's just the icon, the image on the front. If you click on that, or if you go to our online store into new releases, you will see two items, a black background, Black Week sale. The small one, just 20% discount, or the big one, 20% discount with free shipping. And I hope you can find it that way. Otherwise, if you see the homepage and you feel, yes, on new releases you will see it. But if you see the image at the beginning of the homepage, you can click on that and go directly to the new releases and get the vouchers from there. The offer regarding these the Black Week sale is available until next Monday. Why is this? Every Monday, usually, okay, today is Wednesday, usually on every Monday we are streaming live here from the Card Shark studio at 8:30 German time in the evening, and we have the tricks of the week, and this changes every week. Right now we don't have the tricks of the week, we have the Black Week sale. However, next Monday there will be a certain change. We will stop the Black Week sale, and let's see what then is up our sleeve to show you something very interesting with a nice discount or whatsoever. And just to, because I got this question also, yes, you can combine reduced items with the vouchers as well. So, and you can combine several vouchers at the same time during a purchase. So you can redeem, let's say, 2 times a $50 or €50 voucher, or you add a $100 voucher to it. Just up how you would like to combine this. Very easy, very simple. Can you talk about your favorite presentation of the Destiny deck? Yes, actually my favorite presentation of the Destiny deck is something. Okay, if you go to our website and go to the Destiny deck, you will be able to see all the different presentations of the Destiny deck. I think 6 of them are included there. Certainly the new deck order is my big favorite. However, I recommend that you will not only get 1 Destiny deck, but actually 2 of them, because then you can keep 1 in new deck order and the other one you can shuffle and have a super strong weapon. If you have seen Shin Lim 3 years ago performing for Jimmy Fallon right after winning America Got Talent, you will see his presentation of the Destiny deck that feels totally different, but is a perfect example what you can do with such a deck. My actual favorite effect is a variation of the effect that we are selling separately, and this is the TOCA. TOCA is an abbreviation that is saying thought of card across. And the thought of card across is that you have, well, from Morgan and West, you have 10 red cards, you have 10 black cards. You will show the black cards to a spectator. He can choose any card he likes. This card will then disappear and will, well, then you certainly have 9 cards here, and will reappear inside, in between the red cards, and it will be 11 cards. Very strong, definitely. And you can, the nice thing is, with the handling that I added as a bonus in this, on the instructions, you can instantly reset it. However, and you can do even table hopping with it, because the card changes every time. Now with the Destiny deck, this card unfortunately does not change, as it is a Force deck, the fairest Force deck you will ever have. However, what I do is I shuffle the deck in front, face up, for the audience. I will count down, face up, 10 cards here. I will count down 10 cards face up here. I will keep the remainder of the deck here on the card box. This is something, the last phase that I'm explaining you now is not on the in the instructions, but I just like the add-on to perform it myself. Now what I do is that I have 10 and 10 cards. I will count them one more time so that everybody will see all the faces and can count with me, that there's no false count, nothing, 10 and 10. I will then turn the first pack over, face down, let someone touch any card. You will show this card to the audience. They will now know which card was selected. You will give this this pile a little bit of a shuffle, place it down there. You will ask, and this is the nicer part, what is the other toker doesn't have, however this one has, and I think it's more magical. You will ask a second spectator about a number between 1 and 10. And he should not tell you the number, he should just think of a number. And the idea that you will then do is that you will move that chosen card into the pack there, right on the position that the guy is just thinking of. Imagine this plot. So a card is moving from there into a pack over there, right at the position he was thinking of. And it works. So what you can do is you will then start counting here, 9 cards. You will ask for the card itself, 7 of clubs, let's say. You will spread out the deck, the 9 cards. There's no 7 of clubs. Now you will count down here the cards, and you will phrase, you will then ask, let's say, position number 5. So you will start dealing 1, 2, 3, 4, all face up. Then comes 5, you leave it face down, and you will continue dealing here. And you have 11 cards there. 1 card on the position that this guy was only thinking of is face down. And it's not the 7 of clubs yet visible. So when you turn this card over, certainly it will be the 7 of clubs. And it's super strong. Now there usually is the presentation over. This is included in the instructions. Very strong. Now what I like to do is I'm gathering up the cards and repeat everything what just happened here. We had 10 cards here, 10 cards over there. Then we had 9 cards here and the chosen card over here being 11. In the middle, that you never touched again, is the remainder of the pack, of a shuffled pack. So as there should be a joker in there as well, there should be 33 cards in the remaining pile. And you will ask, okay, as a third spectator, please think of a number now between 1 and 33. Okay, you have a number in mind? Great. And you move seemingly this card again from there into the last remainder pile. Because now when you lift up these 11 cards, you will count them face up, visible to the audience, and you will add up in 10 cards, and the 7 of clubs again is gone. Now when you ask for the position in the pack and the remainder, let's say 12, you will deal down the cards face up, and when you come to the 12 cards, it's certainly the 7 of clubs as well. And I think having a twice transposition, it's my favorite effect that I do if I'm doing the Destiny deck with a shuffled deck. So yeah, thank you for asking. Sorry that I distracted a little bit, but I love this presentation. It's really, really strong. So one more time, I would highly recommend getting 2 Destiny decks. Keep 1 in new deck order and 1 in a shuffled version, and it's such a strong routine. Yeah, and unfortunately this one here is great for stage or great for let's say a parlor style magic, as you perform it once and then you put it aside. You are not able to repeat it because the chosen card will be the same one again, and you don't want this certainly. So if you have to repeat over and over again, I highly recommend getting Toka. The only disadvantage would be that the card would not show up exactly at the thought of position. However, it will be a black card disappearing here, going into a pack of red cards, and it's very strong as well. And you have an instant reset, and next time you perform with a different value. So that's this is also great. Yeah, with the 2 decks, it really is a great idea. When I am at the convention, I'm showing different effects with the Destiny deck, and it's worth watching the Destiny deck performances on our website, so that you get an idea what the deck is capable of. I think it's the strongest we ever developed. Certainly, don't get me wrong, the Trojan deck is super. The Destiny deck is a super weapon. Really great, and I can highly recommend getting 2. And maybe in a short future we'll talk about the Destiny deck again, because I always get kind of inspirations from earlier talks, etc. And maybe next week in in the Tricks of the Week, we will see a pack of 2 Destiny decks for a little discount. Who knows? Maybe it's a week later. Maybe it's never. I don't know. That's why you have to turn on again. And if you have not done yet, please leave a like and sign up for this channel, so that you will not miss the next next Monday, when we go live again and show you new tricks, new insights, etc. here from Card Shark. We have great topics already done. In an earlier stream, I explained you everything, how you can cut your own stripper deck and so on and so on, all the markings that we offer and so on. So we did this already for more than a year, and it's worth to watch older streams as well. Yeah, I highly recommend them. Aaron, you have the deck. It's yeah, you know, it's such a great way to have a force deck, because it's innocent. You can even hand it out to a spectator. And the other great routine that I love is the dual reality thing, where one spectator is choosing a card here, and another spectator is choosing a card here, and now they are selecting several random cards. At the end, everybody will get to a certain card. You have 2 cards later on. You will show it to both of them, and they have to confirm, yes, this is my card. And it's such a strong effect while fooling all of them. It's so cool to do this. Yeah, so my favorite thing definitely is the Destiny deck so far. I'm looking forward to learn the Trojan deck as well, because the next conventions are coming soon. Not this year anymore, but I will be at the session. No, Card Shark will be at the session, not me, because I will be at the SAM convention in Las Vegas. From there, I will fly over to Magi Fest in Columbus, Ohio. Unfortunately, I cannot go to the St. Petersburg convention that is right after the Magi Fest convention in America. If you are in Europe, I highly recommend this convention as well. It's really a nice area. It's a nice team working very hard to bring Magic to Russia. It's really cool. I did it once. I want to do it one more time again. Unfortunately, next year not. And then comes Blackpool. And Blackpool in February is definitely the biggest convention in the world. Let's see how everything works out with the sea problem that we have now. The 4th wave doesn't get better. Hopefully we will see us very soon again, and if not, I'm here every week, so we can see us here, we can talk, and stay in contact. All this is possible, and in the short future I will also want to introduce and bring magic guests here. You can see already an interview with Luis de Matos that I did a couple of weeks ago. Very good interview as well. And I want to bring other people in. Maybe you can leave it down in the comments who you would love to see in an interview, so that we can choose wisely and bring you the people that really interest you. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you have a relaxed weekend. If you're in America, happy Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much. Don't get angry about your family. Enjoy the weekend. And if you have any more questions regarding the vouchers, leave it down in the comments. Or, the chat is over now. Send me an email at info@card-shark.de. Send me an email. I will answer you all the questions, so that no question will stay unanswered. Happy to help you. We will see us next Monday. If you are in our newsletter list, you will get another email on Friday. And until then, see you soon. Bye-bye.